This is Jimmy. Jimmy has just inherited a beautiful farmhouse from his grandfather. Jimmy's dream has been to start up his own gastronomic cuisine restaurant. He feels like this is the opportunity he's been waiting for. After watching a documentary on the mistreatment of his wonderful Mother Earth, Jimmy has decided that his restaurant will be different. His restaurant will be respectful of food waste, sustainable, and respect diversity. His concept evolves around the farm-to-table idea in which all his produce is local and seasonal. Produced on his farm with the help of CSR employees and farmers. He wants most of all to offer good quality food and amiable service for families, friends, and couples. Jimmy knows that he has a lot to think about, which is why he has a list of things he needs to prepare before opening the gates to his gastronomic farmhouse restaurant. For his cleaning equipment, Jimmy has decided to invest in 2 under-counter washing machines and 1 overhead hood washer. He also hopes to acquire cleaning racks, a cleaning station, and clean air products to organize and clean his material properly. For the presentation of his dishes and the setup of his tables, Jimmy hopes to achieve a furbished, modern-looking farmhouse while keeping it classy and inviting. But Jimmy knows the most important part is how he treats the ingredients in his dishes, which is why he is not willing to invest in expensive cutlery and porcelain plates, but rather to keep it simple and accessible while maximizing his efforts on the food offers and menus. With all this in mind, Jimmy hopes to work with a 100,000 franc budget. Jimmy is a good person. He grew in a good household, and he wants his restaurant to reflect his vision. Jimmy believes in the conservation of his planet, which is why he has decided to base himself on a circular use of his products, minimalizing his waste production as much as possible. This concept is as follows. Meat will come from the animals raised on the farm. Vegetables and fruit served will be grown as much as possible on the surrounding land, and only seasonal products will be used at the appropriate times. Every other item on the menu will be from providers located at a maximum radius of 100 kilometers. All food waste will be composted and used in the gardens, as well as the animal waste, which will be used as fertilizer. Any non-food products used by clients or staff, for example paper, tissues, and cardboard, will be sorted and sent to the recycling depot. CSR employees for Jimmy's restaurant will be working in the garden as well as be part of the stewarding team. Jimmy believes diversity and giving opportunities to those who would have difficulty finding a job is personal responsibility as a restaurant manager and takes it very seriously. He sees this as a big advantage to the running of his restaurant and as a way to have motivated and hardworking staff. He also believes his establishment could benefit from a good reputation as it is just starting out. Jimmy respects the minimum wage after all the values his grandfather installed in him. He decides to pay each member of his stewarding and gardening staff the amount of 3,800 francs a month. He has 3 stewards and 3 gardeners. To attain sustainability, Jimmy has decided to reuse all uneaten food by turning it into compost for his gardens. His customers also have the option of choosing the serving size of each dish they order to eat only what they are hungry for. He also has decided to install solar panels on the roofs of his buildings. Jimmy grows as many of his products as possible and raises free-range chickens. To minimize the use of paper, his orders at the restaurant will be taken electronically on a specific application for this particular use. Now Jimmy is finally ready to open his restaurant.